Yo Abusia, and that we are doing a very special episode. One of my biggest mystery, ebedru baby ni ebeye. Ebedru baby no, we will take books nina away and we will go purely downloads. Yebe cut downloads near the amount. Now what share archives. I know dear. Wo hwehwe bi wo baby a wu I just say one kasa we do level bi a one kasa so ubetimi a download. And then come ma me ni mu bedi no. Yebe she Noah ne bloodline mu kakra. Na ya hwe Dukelion so bloodline mu kakra na fe ye wia na ye dia ba beduru baby a ebehwe se this diabolos no omo ye diabetic for humans and also so omo ye cancer for the gods ye be hwehwem se ye si nyame bi nya nyame bi na eka se nyame bi nye nti ensom no wu nipa nso sa nyame na nyame bi kasa onye no ede no de aye wunti a wonsom no wo ti se obi nya na wasom de ekọ ana wuti se obi nya wo behwehwe mu ahwe so obi nye ansa na waso de akọ. Today we are discussing the diabolos. This is one of my biggest work. My ya e wo me huge, but me decided say me pone ho kakra ama ye nyina me yete because people were asking say Yahweh na yi other gods no ye powerful na hato ye powerful, why was he watching Yahweh nega to do all sort of things? Na me say that be o eya na akwa yete said the omatura to kwa ma ye ni disturb ye ye bekumpo a the omuturo gu wo ne ye kun wo ho but ye enko downloads ni mu ni ye hwe de wo because say Yahweh be ka kire me say onu no save Noah na sa Yahweh we be ka kire me say onu no save Dukelion so a ene na there is a question mark because ankrofo we omo bloodline efiri hi because ankrofo we na papa we e ka say onu no wage omo no mo me ye hwe ni ye papa we no Yahweh na me kan yo se ode nkrofo ko akọ wipe omo ati se no wa abreso o se o wipe omo nyina no se odo Noah nti we save Noah. How wo se Noah bloodline na se wo se papa Yahweh so ne bloodline anyanyembia oye na dwen se o wipe obia off na ba ko bi survive ye eno no wakoye nyame a oje glory papa ma no ho na ode bone ne de hye bronsam nti no se da twa antro se ono no save Noah because at the end of the day no so saving it dear anka Moses bro brema ni nko be save Moses wan save no enti ya me say Yahweh no oye na dwen so obeku nipa nyina na ba ko survive o hu so no oku na nku a na waje ama no ho so no save no because wo hwe Dukelion so a wo be hu say the same flood happened there and Dukelion survived wo hwe no so ne bloodline na eno so Yahweh ni hye enso ose onu no save Dukelion nti na say ye investigate the bloodline and most of these things they are not on the internet nti memo bi and that say na no the bloodline so the hu anka omo ntresi Jesus mfa nko back to the 4th generation entro wo Bible nim very important. Ka bloodline asem no bi ka blood group asem you be take your time you know be dress suko wom saa na yakwa akoduru ase. Today we are discussing diabolos. Ya ka diabolos a den na ye be kire no mu na ewi a ya ba be ka rebel gods na afi ni ya ba be ka the Pandora afei se wutie na ubisa question say ye nananom na omo wonyame bi o wotumi bi anka o save omo ye say if ye bobo anyame ni di mpa ye de omo ne yoye e de ka hotie onipa boni ni ye nipa boni ni. I came to realize onipa boni ni ye nipa boni ni obeye boni a only reason the person is just evil because right in front of you no pay attention ubisa ho say nti ne krakra ne say no reason o saa na nyame bone so ye nyame bone saa na nipa papa so ye nipa papa saa na nipa nyame bone so nyame papa so ye nyame papa nti emfa ho ne sadia nipa beka na sadia niwa be hye wusu ene wo ban ati wo mogam tie ne ye wusu ene wo ban eyeden ati wo mogam enyame we num so omusu ni omoban ati omuhunhum enti wo bisa se ena omosom hato ena we ye say no went to me anya. Now you have to go back a little bit and understand the blood that runs through people. And no man crophobia near maybe a omoye. Inti enano, sa niama step mienu na mene o ebeshe. Sa makachira mo baby and ye didiko. Makachira mo download so be soon or to ho baby. Ni akadi na ya de wo ho na metwetwe ye nyina ya dwen agina so. But like I said, this very episode now I have a full download. So I bedru baby no, ye be yi books nyina to nchen. Na afi ye nye webium na fe ye ma pure downloads now they compare because I have come to realize that Yahweh any the Greek writers they never thought say some of us will be born enti mistakes binum omo ye no mu nim se binum beba omo be hwehwe mu ehu sa mistakes na sebe ebete omo to omo se entro bia no korekitua bi ewom. This is the mistake omo ye no na men nkrofo complaining about contradictions in the Bible. In every mythology there is a hero and a villain. We've done this on Spiritual Hour. The opposing force or the adversary. But religion has managed to shape our vision in one direction. Onyame ba kona nenso sa nyankopon no se bone amba mpo a ombeye bibi wo ho me yehu no. Se wankoye bone a onyankopon ni obi obeje no. But omo ama yadwini nyina akose nyame ba ko na ye papa ye mfokose wo papa ne nko aso. Se fokose wo papa ne nko aso a ende adwuma ben na papa ne benya aye. Omo shepi yadwene de akọ one direction. Portraying one side as the most important. Meanwhile, papa hu hia ena bone hu hia. Papa bone hu hia papa hu hia. Obi betimi aplane bone ama wo. Se wunya hu nimdie a utumi use ne bone na wa plane ama wo na e de ye ono ankasa. Wo be benefit. Ewiase bibie ni we ye papa tie. Ni papa o medical catch na ni papa bone wo ho. They both exist. And na papa ne bone so exist in our existence. Into you cannot do without bone. Same way so a untumi enye without papa. See ye de sa adwene way eto ye tirimu a ye nwinwin bebre endi awerekuo bebre meti we de obi ade be ye mi bia no eyoke mame se menti ase a mibisa eto de bia obi wo ho a wote na sema hu dwiri wa ma wo pese wu hu ni enti a oye de a oye no eno nkire se betumi asesa bone afiri wiase bone wo ho e na papa wo ho ni nyina wo wiase ni nyina so wo ni wuranom ni nyina so wo baabi a ete ni nyina so wo nipa a eyusu om ti ase e wa ha mame na wendie wanwinwu bebre se na wo de nyankopon aba wo sei na wo de nyankopon aye wo sei na wo de ni nyina e wo wiase obi ani wiase a obo mpa ye se bone mbeto no obi aso ni wiase a obo mpa ye se dia ompen embeto no na ni nyina wo wiase ene ye ne ti ha ebeto de pese beto no epa de pese pa no ho nso so eho pese wo de sa de wei edi hye wutirim. In that regard, we know little about the adversary or why they are challenging the hero's works in their folklore. Because ye hwemu a de bia yete ya we Satan asem ne yete. Nobody investigates Satan to know say asem no mo de to no so no e yampa na say nyampa. Any opposing force no obi ani wa investigate. Say Allah say oh you good. Satan and e bone a obi ani wa hwehwe Satan. Ebisan say Satan. And then na we ya Allah say we ye bone. Obi en bisa devil said dey no ye ya Jesus say oye bone. Obi en hwehwem oma ye one sided and na saa na ye follow e dey ko. Say yesua one sided ade a eno na be ma de bia na ye di ebobo na ye se abrabokore so anye den amba mfaso amfa amayen. But when we start to discuss it, the almost enye no, you start to say ye hwehwemu a ene ye behu because sabio ka fra mo fa ncheme ejanan mpo a ye se enye no baby ye de ye gas. Tina che se bibie ni wiase hu ehu hia. Maybe we may side with the villain. Say ye to me eye nhwehwemu bi a ebi anka Satan ne napamfo nso so no ye betumi ehu ne ekoso. Eno na nne me pese me ne ukomu deep ne ehwe. What is diabolos? Ye ka diabolos ye den. If you grew up in the late 90s in Ghana, you will remember a famous movie called Diabolo. Mokai. Which was about a snake cultist. Hey, na sa papa no way. Abusia. Papa no ye Diabolo no. Papa no way. Mo fa ni photo nto ma no mo ba bi o wa na me hu so wa he. Hey, in fact, Ghana celebrities there ye momode mo kura o. Say ye use omo ane adampiom. No plan, no shape. Na omo ane omo momode mo. Papa no way. Diabolo papa no. Mokai. Sa time na nye nipa bebre na wo TV. Na wo ba be hwe wo ho no na wo ndware unnim na yesoma no wanko. Sa da no hwe. Ade na ya ye ha no ye ya. You do baby ana ya policy. Krofuya wo ben he mesima wo ye. What is our problem? Can we investigate that one as well? Anyways, who uses his serpentine spirit for money rituals? It was a horror movie of that time. And we even named the key actor, Mr. Diabolo. So papa na me de me friend pokpok because no be dani owo na pokpok otumi je na atade no nko na aka na eniama betwam. So papa no wen unhwe ne mame. What is Diabolos? Because papa ne friend Diabolo ntina unya aka Diabolo penetrate say eyowo. But what is Diabolos? First of all, it is of Greek mysticism. Diabolos just means the contradictor or the one that is in opposition. That is what we call Diabolos. We are going to face religion with the works of the Diabolos gods, the gods of the opposition. Last week, Madame Fubi or America, or say, the greatest G in sequence. And I want to say, I am just using the laws near company and you say, oh, Minia, Bible, you might have a lot of things around you. But until you become conscious of something, at the end of it, it's very important for you to be conscious. Abusia, inti se yaka Diabolos explanation no na me de ama wo no. Man krankra bia kwaba. At the time with Mami Grace Jumedie kese subium. On this platform, I am the prettiest preacher. You can call me your Sunday morning goddess. And today we are discussing Diabolos. Ni ebeko niama mienumu na ma kire wo no. The rebel gods. Na efe yaba the Pandora. Na efe ye wi aye de downloads no atoyato. Medical kire wo niama bi aye be investigate ni petu bi omo bloodline. Ni yenhwe se yawe ampane ampa o save nipa. Ana de oye ni sesi obi ye bone de ose bronsam obi ye papa de ose ono sa alo nyama no. Eno an ogusu ya na. Eno nende ye be hye e wo time with Mami Grace Jumedie kese so. Yo abusia nansusu yekosi ada bio me mankrankra bia achi mankrankra bia kwaba at the back time with Mami Grace Jumedie kese so today we are discussing Diabolos. Machira with two stages yebeko mu dada. Enti quickly no I moma yen kohwe rebel gods. Yesi obi aye rebel la obi a wa rebel. Enu nti na ye ameka se wo ye associate pastor. Na wosofo nu nja okwan ko na wonko na wi ebi wi asore ne de ko ebi nso so epone omho by force na omo akote omo de nti na omo ne omo fathers no e wo man so twen obi nso wo hono ma platform bi e na make man ni fame no o copy ade ni fi platform ni so pepepe epesi but on person nipa be hu se ho na all copy fi enti no na or the hatred bi ato honum so that you realize that enyo oni nipa ni hwe ye meanwhile the same ade na no ye den or copy paste nti ye ka sa nipa na otesa bia no oye Diabolos obi a wa rebel nti se pastor e rebel no okote na sorry a that pastor is not raising disciples, rather that person is raising rebels because what rebellion ya de nam no so a wo begina ba bia wo begina ye nti ye ka Diabolos ani mini na mate ama jejeje sesia no. First of all, this editorial was supposed to be an extended visual for a movie or a bigger books. Medical catcher say downloads ni bebre wo honoma we are putting them in a movie form. Some of them are bigger books. And I make us a bedroom baby no ye nko amanfo history ni mu ni ade downloads ni ebe kom deep ye de egu honom e de amankwala no ye ni abre basa o nti mpacho hwemu di wagoroko cause baby amani wo no mani abre basa nti no hwe wanim nako maka kire mo de we yanim aye ya mama mo yi kakra about school mama mo yi kakra about bibia aye ba beye. The vision is big, it is huge. enya agro asem kra unye ehu hwe but enda no me pone ho kakra because of a man for question because very little has been said or written about the rebellious gods enyame na omo se omo sorry tie enyame apapa no insam nkitinkiti na ye ka fa omo ho ye nhye dampo ni omo ho in total knowledge na no na me delve deeper na makofa aba we die medical chiro de ye wo ho me se me de downloads kakra beteto ba me di no krenso ama said ne papa proper one na nkasa downloads no e wo ho no ma eba in a bigger face ba me te ho de amount we only place them as evil in short context without any vivid backstory and that is it ye nyina ye ka bronsam ye bone ye nhye dan investigating who ade kopotia bronsam waye aye gina so e ka se waye bone se bia obi ka cho se Maame Grace onye oye nipa bone ni a common sense wadwen no se bia ndo obi enum na ndo obi nsem wadwen ni wo wutirim nti common sense should tell you say Maame stay back na me anso me fa mani nto form na me investigate Maame ekwan bi so na me hwe se de nipa yi kan e ya ampa na ba se de me di kan kan ya nipa bone wo ho e na nipa papa wo ho eto de bia obebisa ho se e di empa anti na nipa we oya ade we ubehwetwemu na bibi unhu eye hatred ni ama mienu na timisi ebi betimi apem ama otan abewura wumu ma watan obi ebi nso wo hono mo a eye nipa no attention na wanya ehu pain e na wo de ye de awo ye no na sa wo paade ne wanya ye ntoto ho ese wutumi ditum se emre e wo ho e de manipa dasani bia bone wo ho na papa wo ho obi ye bone a wunnim ye nti a oye bone utumi twetwem se nti adempa na nipa we be ye mi se untumi nti ase sa na nipa papa so wo ho wo se me de me nye papa biom ade we enkrofo we de aye mi nye se biom so be unsa papa no ya na wo ye eti wo mogem so se ye te se nyame we nye nyame we ya aya ye hwehwem ehwe se ade enti na ema onipa kro no edi sa ade ni susu no because eni a obi de hwa ade no enye sa ani na Maame Grace de hwa ade na enye sa ani na won so wo de hwa ade so because of time we move with it as an editorial format or an abridged version for editorial purposes ade ne so ba me pone ho ama won nti sei na meye no to expand the teachings of Diabolos we are faced with 3 stories of religion eto mebo na ma kirechirem me pese obi anfa the book no taking notice why pacho one is an old Greek mythology that came about 500 years ago before even the start of Christianity afeme kire we no fa wo pen ni si wo na ye calculations no yenhwe ya wani sibre ene de enti ye nya bronsam na ye nya bone a omu nyina so ho hia this mythology is about when the Greek god Zeus obianim and his council decided to destroy the world and wipe out all people for committing sins and disobeying the commandments of the gods. Inti Zeus so ayes ade ya we ne nkrofo yi ebipen. Tie. There are a lot of countries omo aye smart. A copy niama epesti. That is why when you check the virgin birth now ubenya nkrofo ni bebre over 16 ewo mu a omo so na omo ye virgin gods the besi Islam ubehu say the same thing will be a copy na o paste. It is only Africans who decided not to paste anything apart from independence. I don't know what it is giving them. Zeus so ono so punishing nipa because of money, but only the by 500 years before Christianity. In this story, the entire mythology of the Greeks was formed by Zeus, who is seen as a father of all and a hero. Zeus was seen just like Yahweh. Similarities, no? In this mythology, the opposing god or the Diabolos is called Prometheus. Entino, wosha Prometheus na se wo de behwe Zeus wobetumi compare so say Zeus na eye Yahweh na Prometheus na eye devil wobetumi aye ne sa wo pa inti time na Zeus wo ho no no de o se o be twini pass because of boni ma disrespect no na kire se o mo so no o ma kwakotie Prometheus na asem enu nti na bronsam no na Zeus na eye the hero. So according to the legend of Prometheus, he clashed with the father Zeus. Jesus mountain, who is the king of the gods, that is Zeus, and disagreed with him over his treatment of human beings. Sadia we yebetumi ahwa akoyechia de akoto ano na akisifo no nso mu. Yebekwa akohu enki ni yakwa akohu chese ade we efire chichichi ne ba ya na abedu ala ni shaitan na aba bedu Jesus ne hwan so enye ndra na de we started. Before Christianity, these gods, the villain and the hero, is been there. Zeus doesn't want humans to be given the secret of enlightenment, but Prometheus disagrees, and that brings the fight between these two gods. And nothing I say, so enemy was spiritual fighter. What are we fighting about? Because soon you know, more fighting, no more fighting over baby. In your bush, menya wo yire ni like minimum abusuya konwa na ekeka ka ho. I don't know why I should have spiritual war with you. What are we warring for? So due to the actions of Prometheus in benefiting humanity, he was seen as an adversary of the gods. Because from the Garden of Eden, munimno enisu di we makatam sana or 500,000 years ansana Christianity. Nti ansana Garden of Eden beba. Ni nyina no ye nyame bi a onpese ebinumu ye bibi na nyame bi abeka kire mu se ye bibi ye nyankopon in the Garden of Eden say diaba we mamundi bronsam se mundi ni mani bebi omudi ya no mani bi ye ta enti no. This is been going on kejablema, not yesterday. Prometheus defied Zeus by tricking him during a sacrificial offering, and he made sure that humans received the best portions of consciousness genes to be enlightened to the status of the gods. Inti ubehwe afritete ntokwa ya ye kun nyina besi na yegusu kun nyina is all about consciousness. That is why I am confident in myself that I am not going to take it easy. Because enya minimum po omo ana omo sell genuine consciousness no were hated even in enya minimum na enya wo mortal being. Unipa da seni. Because me nya wadin say enyame ne nya consciousness. It is because in the Garden of Eden or say men di nimdie dua no abronsam ba yo or say wudi a wani bebi omudi so many bie yampa. In all these years and all this brokaha no is all about osebe ube reduce I awuni adwene no bi atimi asisi from groups to church to wherever. This is why I am being hated. Prometheus wanted humans to replace the gods because humans were more powerful, yet they were not aware of their divination. So what's the problem no? They be a senya. Sabe, munfanchame, obi apen ejimifo no wediomoso. In the land of the blind, the man with one eye, Sabe, is their king. And nunti no bi beka asem na wa wo hwehu asem ne nipa yi die enye. Na obegina ohia is the most dangerous and the most poisonous things. And no pe na be ma obi ama wo bibi. Na we push you say yade a wadwene mu no unim die meka kiro say ade ya wo ye yenye. Cause mami onye wo hwe. Na wo be yire wo hu no waye. Yohia. Me say niam man krofo bi ye ne senye ohia anko nye. Sebe. Empe ya wo da so yi. Nipa ye o hye wo na ntamu. Se wo hwe na nima. Sebe senye ohia pa anka. The mythology also said that Prometheus stole the everlasting flame of heaven and brought it to humans to teach them how to create fire, enabling humans to start their advancement and civilizations. Opa shade ni nyina fritete. Nyina book ni nyina ne all the DIABOLOS gods awunim ni nyina shade omo yeye. Omo kwachire nipa bibi. Omo kwachire nipa bibi. And the other ones no mubufuye. E die be ne wo nipa ho a eme nyame ni pri nipa ho saa. E nyame ni ubenya problem when you refuse to bow before them, because a god cannot worship a god. E die be ne nipa wo. Because the other day I told somebody that the most dangerous thing to do is to allow any spirit to possess your body. Why? Because the highest divinity ever is the one dwelling inside of you. Or no deciding, yes, sir, on quentiawa, nemo mobile low one who were reducing on what be creative body or the be experience physicality. Sanya make a see where you taking bold decision or tiumu. Nia wu hear sa wo be ye penny se wo be nyane se nyame su no. Na eno na enyame akromfo yi. Omo de omo pese omo be fa kwantene ne so. Abe experience physicality no. Omo be dada wo so omo ye bigger than you. No man knock it off. De nyame kese eti wo mu no. Every wo mu no ma be possess your body no. They will destroy your body. Because they are thieves. They don't want to work. They don't want to pass through the proper process to get here. Into obewura body ni mu a oni ho nsafwa a ode be hwe body ni ye. Again, o ma ho kwan na obewura wu mu a otan ni oti wu mu no. Sunsum papa no. The divinity na ti wu mu no nyame foforo bi obe boro wo body no otan sa sunsum no. No piano si abonten no possess wo body na ne beto dia we piano si abonten no edin. One shot our life will never be the same again. So what is idea we are saying? O be hwe wo hu ye ni enyame baby a. Adia Prometheus edisi the nisu so obe ya mani panie. Eno ena papa we say obe ye the same thing the snake did in the Garden of Eden and became evil. Papa we eno no ye. This was seen as an abomination by Zeus. Enyame ni bi pese omo ye binum sebe emmoa na omo tumi eku omo nyina koso omo beku obi ade bi enyansani ba ko beka ohun se wantumi anhye omo ase pa ose me na me save omo se wudo nipa na obe save omo a na obeku bebre ni waja wan enkwanya enyinyanye ni nyina na enyinya ukoyi mu na ba ko we se wo de ye den ene enom ka ho na wafu hye sebi na yiyi mframabone yawe sa not you enkwanya nyinya because any in ego fetch one way back on or the crack ne saying. Zeus, as some near me use way the mouth because I did way I move some when you be. I mukutemu, I will find no land, I'll find a shaitan, I'll find no man, a Yahweh, I'll find a Satan. A year been so mono the other, me call 500 years back to talk sense into your head. Sanom Zeus, Prometheus, or your abomination, just like Yahweh saw Satan, another snake in the Garden of Eden. This was seen as an abomination by Zeus as they saw how humans were growing and developing. Aya mi bisa se nyame na omo ye papa ada na omo tan obi a okọ nanim. Omo nyina aka ho na ya beta obi ye kese ye chen ane ye tan. Me, I gave you fame. Me, Grace, I gave you fame. I did nothing to you, absolutely nothing. Between you and the gods that you said you worship. What did I do to you? Nothing. I gave you fame. I encourage you to open a platform and teach. Sometimes it's so heartbreaking, but we leave it for God. We leave it for the universe because Yehume from Maniko Yemua, Yehume back. It started to become a threat to the gods. Yahweh nene nkrofo yomu nipa eman ho so pe no mubuofu. Therefore, Zeus decided to wipe out all of the humans with flood. Nti se afa mu say nyamo Yahweh ne na ayes ade ni bi da okọ wipe no one for ne ade. This was there 500,000 years before Christianity. In mythology, you see in mythology, Zeus in his anger sent Prometheus to be chained to a rock in the Caucasus Mountains. You see, I want to abrofunifi. You're from Caucasians. Caucasus Mountains. I want to know, you say, Zeus, eko chaini Prometheus, or because of chile nipa nyansa. Now, as for the devil, they me, almost all my chaini or brunsam jemana. Me pam cho Christo for monchre nyansa waha. Brunsam tinya, oninya kupo, pam almost all moto ne baha. No katre yen say yen ye. Zeus de wanya so ko chaini no bepo bisu. Where historians believe Abrofu came from. Historians nekon. I'm not a historian. I do a little history. Yeah. But me nkwadare ye. Ewo history mu. Ade a me ni ho certificate. I am sure dan fan wo me ho sa. me wo hunim de but me nkwadare ye ewom because me graduate e wo the intotos knowledge ewom. And I don't want to be googling things and taking the credits. I give the credit to the owners. Enti no, sesi yi we yezu so. E na akwachichire Prometheus no wo ho. Nti e ya nkrofo bi sasa nti ye nananom na omo wanyame bi na nyame na mboa omo. E na ye wezu e na hato na omo som na yawe ba ye no na wa mboa omo. Onyame bia ne nisu medi kan explain ya kire. Obi onkum nipa boni ye nipa boni ni. Papa ye nipa papa. Ntumi njai papa ye. E ma ni ye. In his chains, ewo Caucasus mountain so no. An eagle was tasked with eating Prometheus's liver every day, which would then regenerate overnight, ensuring a cycle of eternal torment. Enti eagle ne ba no wabedi ne organ ni na de chia na say finche so onwu just a torment ne ayi torturing and obekom. Enye the same thing na mo se brunsam je mo se eja na hye ye nkra ye ntoto ye nhye. Eja na hye ye ne enti na bi nu ye video no ma na ni peti na ye ha na eja na huru puto. Enye the same thing. Copy and paste, just different. This was 500,000 years ago. And sana Christianity iba. The same thing. So he dies, grows a new liver, and the eagle eats the liver, causing Prometheus to die again. And that is, in short, an eternal hell. Inti ebi de ye hellfire. Ebi so de no mo se dade sebi ebetiti utru. Na ede wako yi ohoso du wa ye se obone no ye de to okwan achi ti se chain na ewura wo spinal cord. Nkrofo no we yi no oye serious o. Inti Prometheus nso de ani Zeus ede ye no. Inti wunyankopon na wosom no ne villain eye hwana ne den no de aye no. Brunsam de ye se owo brunsam hellfire or chain. Mind you, this Greek mythology came hundreds of years before Christianity was formed in Rome. Therefore, I want you to pay attention to the similarities in the mythology as compared to biblical stories. And if you see any similarities, share it in the comment section before we get to that part. Entino edienesi. Me ya we also you save ni pay na sam ni mu ya hwerem. But ye bedu ho. Also, pay attention to the flow of the story. Me pa chopa. So calculating your man well. The guy who was helping humans to advance in civilization, aye Prometheus no, and gain superiority as divine beings, has been arrested by the chief of the gods and sent to eternal punishment. How? Akoso sao free sa 500,000 years ago no obi a ochire nipa nyansa ni nimdie bia no na ya che na to baby ni ye demonizing no all these diabolos gods. Can we investigate them? Na yen said you obi chro and is it like that? Because I can be a demon to somebody. Seriously, I am already a demon to some people. I can also be an angel to some people. Enti adan na wo a one betu both sides no. Wo investigating na wo said the omo ken e yampa na enyampa na in fact e de be mpo na de sa asem ne bai. So omo bokro no we adwumem na so wumbo bia ye betumi a transfer wako boliga. Ye betumi a transfer wo de wako techiman. Sunyani e ho no mo air condition ketewa na e wo ho na wafi akra na wako ho. Wanka sa wani nje wanhwe kra ba oberita. Inti adenti and I won't find it out about the omo kiken say nkrofo ya wa chechire honi. Ibi ano wo ya ze papa bi wo protect bibi. And na onipa na abone de bia wa hu abonefo wa hu. Omo no munim kasa. I am learning a lot oh. I am learning so much. Me wa hu se me nti ha me ye teaching sa you will find a bed din so obehu me se me kasa. I don't talk. Me mpe oha wupo. Oha me kakra bi anama koma. Me mpe oha. Especially when you are lying, to me a bit throw me a me back from like I don't like it. Inti onyame bia na because of person odi so na ebi no bi say hato wo ho no ma adenti na other gods no wo ho na Yahweh ebeye yi. Superiority is there. Enti na Yahweh no me ma wo ne accolades like ne titles, so you are able to understand. So one thing we ya see a one twa wo be bisa se be kafrafa che shallow questions. So we decide say wo be bo nipa bi a wo bre enyame nimpa o mu decide so o be bo nipa no o mu bre nipa emwa eye din ni se enti ni se nipa enim ni eti ni mu nti di odi nani hu pe na drive no enti wo koponche bibi eti ni mu a wo ponche no no one wo e wasem. Prometheus is a diabolo god and a rebel to the gods. No two ways about it, because Zeus say man krofu sebi omonya jimifo no monsom me. Prometheus so there be. It has happened between Enki and Enlil. It has happened between so many gods. So the diabolo gods, no, we have plenty of them. But today I am using 3 stories to do this, and then after that, no, me will be small downloads so major questions amount. And then you discuss diabolos. Makacho say ye rebel gods. Na fe ye wi a ya ba be ye de Pandora. Na fe mi wi a questions am me wo no na me de atoa so aye den e de amount. Enti Zeus ena ma kyerɛkyerɛ na semu e de akyerɛ wo na ma kyerɛ wo ono ni opposite ne boronsam eno na ma kyerɛkyerɛ mu aye den e de akyerɛ wo no obi a wo bi Allah e wo Satan ena Yahweh so e wo Satan. Enti eno na me di gu so a me de ye de ekoi wo hwɛ ba Garden of Eden so a eno so Onyankopɔn ne owo nti na eno na me kyerɛkyerɛ bi mu a me di ikoi. Enti Prometheus no oye bronsam e de menipa na oye bronsam de menyame. He is an adversary to the gods. Yes. But your adversary the many paso ana. Bibisamu, asemi a machere wi. But is he a rebel to human beings, or your rebel at the many yankopon, or your rebel the many panso ana or boasa nyame na mpa na. So be catch us as soon as see a bada. Who take you time, she shall now so more now de ko. Pacho. Is he a diabolo to human beings? Or a diabolo to the gods? Very clear. But is he a diabolo to human beings? And then I'm a person. So why is he being seen as a devil by humans? So onye nipa boni biya. Aden nipa ehu saa enyankopon yi se omo ye boni. The diabolos no. Aden no omo hu omo so omo ye boni. Oye boni ma human beings ana. So why is he being seen as a devil by human beings? The same as the gods see him as a threat. So your threat men yankopon na wo so why oden. Enti na me bisa wo sa de kompotin a wo evidently wo se bronsam de aye wo no kan ye nhwe. Evidence a wo no faka ho bra. I need your answers in the comment section. Can we say sa diabolo god see omo ye bronsam ma ye ana ye evidence ye den. We had a guest on Revelations recently. Na Onyankopon no osum ne se on sesi no so oba nti no wa shekaba. A well endowed man. Na mi bisa no enyame na o kyerɛkyerɛ onyame bia ne ne suban, onyame bia ne ne suban, abrafo wo ho, bosom den obakyerɛkyerɛ ni na nti me se mema na ba, na wa bakyerɛkyerɛ mu ye ne ye keep sa history no e wo ho no mo. Onyame bia ne ne suo. Aden na ebinum ye bɔne ma ebinum na ebi ye papa ma ebinum. De ye bɔne kra ye bɔ mu din ye ka makom no kra ye papa. Ede ma obinum obi antomago ye nade aden na ye investigate say niama we nyina because onyame bia wo characteristics bi e wonimu obi anso ne subanya ope a o associate ne ho e with. If you want more clarity on this problem, I want you to listen to the things Zeus did after he arrested Prometheus. Say ye wo say asem na me ka no wo pese wo hu mu yi a ye nhwe the Pandora. Na afeu wi a Friday no me ne wo discuss the Trojan babies. Se wutie na wo thinki deeper eno fa. Ena last week Sunday anopa ne me intro no me kan energies bi nso a erezi. Two energies a erezi ene de ebi ye ne enti a ye blocky nsuo. Wutie ha eno so I want you to think deep. Afe ne ya hwe because aha na yetere wo hu. Ubisa obia or your professor ewo university a culture be a foreign culture no ye betumi promoting it well if a stranger or a new species ekitema o pushia. And no yasema one day ye beka. Zeus, in response to Prometheus's actions of giving humans the key to divination and civilization, also created Pandora. Ochi ni wie ye no ye won krofo bi ombe wura wumu a omu wura wumu so omu wura wumu no mako omu wura wumu asa wu doso asa wu pasa ewie wu akanse wo bloodline akrash wu DNA obetutu wase no wa befifi wom ye woni pani bi obetu nsu nyina egu no de wura ahyem e be before biggest problem na maboso ama no Zeus ochi nipa na odi nimdiye ema nipa dasani me nipa enwu se wo ye nyame na nyame ati wo mu no so sin all other nyame on ba be steal wo body no omochi ni wie ye no now they try to cancel BBR. Pandora was the first woman of her kind, a special breed of female species that was created by who? By Zeus. Zeus created oba she mene wo ye Trojan babies no Africa for ma won ya sesantia na ka ye funu ni mu na niam ewo mu na nya asem ketwa tie emoje bi infra moje bi ntumi nkreti. There are people are on ne yere to wasabe kafra mo fancha me omo atena se ya che awo ne mba. I'm telling you say omo separate enne na obi akofo obi sesi a obi abewo masem ne so atwa ba yesi da bi yenye me kan obi onti masemase beje manu akosi boni se me se amanfo nja. There are people are omo wo ho omo nya miscarriages more than 6. It's all about the bloodline. We will do it in totos. Tete no omo se we ye royal. In fact up till now we ye royal mpona se obedi hine anya obi na atimi ne wo anya obi na yetimi di ni si akonwa so. It is all about bloodlines. Ade we no obibini ato atwene. Na de we na nkrofo we yes smart about it because ye moja na ewo ni panimu no eno na ma ni timi di ewuo eno na ma ni timi hwie mojagu eye no na ma ni timi hu nipa mobo eno na ma ni timi eyi ehu mobro firi ni mu ni nyina ye moja ewura ni nipa mu yesu ene ye ban omo frɛ ne sɛ asemu eno na ye moja na enam ye mu no. Inti the bloodline na odi di agro no check it. Na se we nipa na uti we yase a na se ye atwi moje mpa ama obi na ye share the same blood na ye de ma no na ye ni obi koda na ye se ye ncheke se 2 blood groups bi wo no mbetumi awu bibi a sebe ene ye na ne ono ne koda no hwe ni yi awo a emba miscarriages bebrebe check it. Ebi a wo stomach walls no e detect ebi a wo de wa hoodi ni nyina wo ho nti ade na ekọ mu nipa ne bloodline ni so ofi no wo stomach ni detect say nti na we yi na pie ye nam hospital ye je hospital fu odi e change obi be hu ni into aka adentia because spirituality has become a joke. Person ube advise you bia. This is what Zeus did. He created Pandora. And the goals to bring misfortune and suffering to humanity. According to mythology. They say what? According to mythology. So why would Zeus do that? So donipa so much. Adenti no bi chire nipa nyansa. Na obe cheni nipa na torture nipa no. Na weku nipa na fladi nipa nyina na ose osan so create nipa foforo. Adwin ne wo ni tirim. So why would Zeus do that? Yahweh said the same thing to Moses. Or say, let me kill all of them and raise a nation out of you. How? Why would you do that? It's a particular race they want to wipe out. Because Prometheus has given humans a powerful force for them to stand shoulder to shoulder with the gods. Because the Bible said this emphatically, now man has become one of us. And until you are pamom. So we are obeying your media. Charlie, Ota will no oba no ba fe, oba rubbish shoulders. Come on, move out of the garden. Humans you love so much, you claim. And yame, omumpo obi aneniate. When ninya be peki, you are an enemy to them because you will never worship them because you've seen yourself as a god. Na nyame en worshiping nyame emfa enye adwuma. And so A destructive entity must be placed among them to stop their progress and redirect their focus. Ebia ye Ghana for big time. Ebia ye Ghana for umbe rubbish shoulders, ye be reduce you. Because Bible account or say wamayen dominion and power over everything, including demons. You have that dominion because the divinity that went through process and created this physical mechanism to experience this physicality, no, and the most powerful thing will go through process. And these things that are supposed to serve will rather come and steal your body and enslave you to worship them. A big error. Gods, they hate enlightened beings because enlightened beings will tell you, I won't bow to you. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They said they won't bow. What did they do to them? Because they knew, say, omonkoto, funonu mujadi, omonkoto, ombekoto, Yahweh Nyankopon. Nina fallacy. As a human being, you don't bow to anything. That's why I have a problem with those who are saying we are leaving Christianity and go to Nananum. The same kojo maka. I can't imagine wearing this shirt and you come and spill what's in it. No. So the gods hate you. If you don't want to kneel, you don't want to donate your soul, they don't like you at all. The day human beings will focus on themselves and focus on what is within them, they are finished. They become useless. Take your focus out of this including Yahweh himself, and see you become useless. I'm kind. And no more prevent it. Some money see that. And only baby kuku and so that they will remain humans and worship the gods in peace. They don't want you to be enlightened. You should be a sheep, meh. They want to redirect our focus to them, so they will be relevant. Adebia focus was no, ebe relevant o. If you take your focus out of something, this is what this goes. So when focus on one, focus on musu, they are relevant. When you focus on yourself, they become useless. The take out of this decision is that Zeus was seen as a god who often manipulated and controlled humans for his own purposes. And while Prometheus was depicted as a champion of humanity, willing to sacrifice himself for their betterment, but he rather became the devil. Ahana mechu wadwe ejina bibi so. Ye won krofo bi wo ho a omo beboa wo no wasay obi just so that they look good. It's not nice. Trust me, you will never end well if you do that. Ebi beka nsema de akire but omo adwini mu no omo nimni omo hwehwe. That's why I told you the other days that every nice word, measure it with frequency and vibration. Because some nice words carry deception. And they look nicely packaged. One year you poison yourself. Don't let every cup attract you. Some can poison you, though they look beautiful. Mark my words. Uma cup be attractive because of the beauty. It will poison you. This is what happened to these hero gods. They behave as if they love human beings. Papa. Which in actual fact, they are wicked. They portray things. What dirty agenda behind it. They are full of deception. These differences in their views on humanity was a significant factor in their conflict. Tibron samo wanyo sanyama we ne kwa eba yina no. Aya sit back baby omo kasa nye bebre no. Aya ahwe hoso. Start learning about these diabologos. Zeus was a hero god and Prometheus was a rebel, an adversary, an opposition, a devil, a destroyer, and a Satan to the plan of God to enslave men. So omu hu ne sa ada na wu nipa nso a obi save wu no. Wusu hu ne sa keje blema. Onyankopon ben a ose oye hero from Yahweh to way wabeye wa oma won sacrifice bibi da. De bia obeji bibi afi ho ansa na wa ma bibi. Most people so omo de mawi adekono de be ma omo no lawu. Such a trickster God, calling others devil and the rest. And human beings are following this without investigating because obi atchoro atoho. Mechu wadwe gina so say mama ye investigate. This was there way before this all this religion came forth. In fact, all religions came to meet this mythology. What's the difference between this story and the rest of the stories? So why is man now using Diabolos and Prometheus in a negative light? Why would you say devil, ye devil? Snake, ye devil. Ebi who snake wa moda is unkrendi as I said by Pimona Kurim. Because I need programming when the subconscious mind. Today, if someone says you are diabolical, it means devilish and devil. Mami Grace, Nidimba Konono. Mami Grace is diabolical. She is devilish and devil. She is shaitan. You can know the people who me do. Common comment among if you comment on my platform see. Group Timmy create one. Hey, no one want to be referred to as diabolical except Mami Grace. But the question is, who are you diabolical to? Why am I the bonnet? It will be a back as my bonnet. And so many the same, all in fact, including the gods who wanted man to have enlightenment. If you are diabolical to the plans of the one who want to rob and murder you, it means you are diabolical to them and a hero to yourself. And until my catcher said, "Boni impewi aseda." Obebe to me be diabolical. Say wa de enya bibi. Or you diabolical to me or say me no. But or a hero to himself. When would the entire nipa boni ni, then nipa papa ye nipa papa. Na de amike wo so won te ase ya da bia empran hin wakasa meme nya papa biomo, meme nya papa me mbu obi be utimi. Uguso ye papa. Me na me de me platform. Na mama wamba so. Wait, what is the issue? Platform no me fa nche obi a. Obi any license. Mama wamba. This can create a whole lot of problem like that. Oh my God. It's so sad. It's so pathetic. This is the case in Africa, where our leaders who become diabolical to the plans of foreign mad powers are paraded to us as diabolical to Africans. Oh no. As for Africans, you eat your heroes. You don't support the bigger ones. Oh, yeah, big kakrebi, they want to bring you down. Ni ye tu eduro fem, ni ye bo udua, ni ye using, ni ye using. Na nya asem na aba. Anka owo. Any house flies. The ayi na attack wa anka ho odin. Otan hu. You people eat your heroes. Mum pe de papa bia wo ye papa nimpo. Na ye pia wo sha asase ase. What good intentions no be use ni greediness. Obi is okosra ye pia ni nyina ni nyina nkoshe fom. Ye nyina ye ntumi nkosoro pe o. Obi no beko na ebi atoa so we pavy way no na ebi atoa so na ebi atoa so saa na ye bobra. Ye nyina ye ntumi nkope. Nti de ye wom ni suba ye wom ehe ne ye ko. Ehe ne ye ko. A foreign colonial power will see Kwame Nkrumah as diabolical to their plans to rob and destroy Africa. Kwame Nkrumah is a worry to their plans, and therefore he is an adversary to foreign manipulations. How did he become evil to you? Your own brother. You will become evil. Why? Because bad blood attracts bad blood, so they have bad and wicked groups. And these are the people that will be bought to go and fight against those who want to save their own. And they will be shouting and labeling you a devil. And people will follow. And the greater plan you have for your people will fall off. Kwame Nkrumah became evil. Our own people are the people that eliminated him because according to a video I watched, they said Kwame Nkrumah has become useless. So we dispose him off. Niyama Kwame Nkrumah ye hwan etimi ayebi. Maybe so. A question. I don't really care about politics. I don't care. Put Maame Grace in all religions and all spirituality and all groups. What they will say will baffle you. But what have I done? Maybe sir. The other day I asked somebody, they said, the damn problem na me. What have I done? Yeah, it is so disheartening. I don't know how people think. They have nothing. He is a threat to our enemies. That is Kwame Nkrumah. But what happens usually is that these people are able to share their problems to mean our problems. And trick us into seeing their enemies as our enemies. Sadie we na nyame we nyina aye. Na sadie we na nipa bonefo nso so eye. Me say baby a wo behu wo animi no. Hu wo animi ba ko wo ho a. Everybody you see, the whether you know or not, is your enemy. They always attract themselves. The other day, me catch us me obi ni mi nya ntokwa ko obi be donate $100 of cement and they are supporting ntokwa just because of enviness, hatred. Sometimes matali po amehye a big blow because we be adwuma 1 year as a water shirt na ehye me. Me she matade papa. E show me hu papa. E starting with TV supo. Mo say YouTube sika na me di na no na aye me yi. Na nka me she ntete we na me ze ba ya. Video na ebo e wo screen so no. That is when I started TV. Look at gold chains in the eka. Me ba ha ni mom, my energy is being sucked. My home fekure adwane agya me. Ma bre o, ni a platform we. Ma bre ho papa. So wo ha cha, wo hu bra ma bre. The enemy of your enemies is your friend. Because he or she is fighting for you. Is that not the case? If you hate me, my enemy should be your friend. Because he's doing the same thing you want to do to me. So they join force. I am cool. Is it not the case that humans should be fascinated by the diabolos of the gods and try to find out what particularly is the problem for their eternal punishment? And then yen shishemun she say ye ni pay. Yen shishemun she say nkrofo we pa no because omo ye yadofo de ya. Na so omo ye yawe ni tamfo de ya and the yawe ye tamfo. Can we do this investigation? Adenti na wunhwehwem. Na wunhu de enti anyankopon odonya nipa. Why hellfire? Ama bronsam ne nkrofo. Wunhwehwem. Because abronsam omo nipa. Bible say there is no sin in God. There's no sin in him. But this same God is killing. This same God has created hellfire. Ode bronsam ne nkrofo kogum. Because omo ya asomodin. Onyame a wo tumi abetumi esisi omo aso no kra bronsam kra kasa omo nte. Wei muhu ni sei. Adan ni yenhwe de enti abronsam no onkun no. No de na tale baby. So let's move to our second mythology teachings. Etoda bia wo hu. Eya ankrofo na nyankopon do omo no. Ya mo investigate kakra o. I say nyankopon do bad people. Cause now I see David is a man after his own heart. David did know two obia ni tonga, including myself, in the Bible. Aye, sumo obia, me kan hu bi na mo, se unim shiba. Obia, everybody, this guy can go and rob a whole, no, you're a trickster. Nyankopon said, no, you're a man after the heart. Hey, David also men kokain no akokain ni pasi. Is it that odomo otumi di omo ye bone ana? Hey, abusunya we ye question no. Krofo Nyankopon do omo de enkoyi ekura wo. Nyankopon no do Noah. After all robi bibi this drunkard. The first thing you do are grapes for wine. The second thing wabo do. The next thing there's I don't know what wiping you off no wa scratch on the back. Is it true that God really saved Noah? And Noah, any David, Onyankopon krofo odoni e wo Bible. What you say ye? I know everyone here knows about the Noah flood. found in the Bible's book of Genesis. And I have even done an editorial on this from the perspective of the Gnosis. Platform we also. The remarkable thing here is that the flood is linked to the last punishment that Zeus sent to humans after he realized they were still becoming a threat. Nipa, Sonya Shia, why is Onipa Dasani a threat to God? Why is Onipa Dasani a threat to a God? Why? So Nipa Nyashia. Na nyame na nkasa kromo wasase suhei. Why mo na omo so omo hwe ne so? Enye nipa. Me sin ka mo me njai bibia asom no mo hwe se yenhwe so me rezi mboba mo mo asom mo ne yenhwe. Eboba no kra ye de ya. Enye omo de. Why? Just like this nigger Yahweh seeing us as a threat. He wanted to finish Israel for Nina. He wanted to finish them. Omo will not see on no save you omo boa. Omo plan nipa ba kon escape Africans dey obuo. Sa asem no mo kire wo Bible num say yekum yenda so ye wuru ma mo fa ncha mo atanfo e Africans. Omo kum yen sa na ya sprout fort ye say fifi biom. Cause asase. Oba dey kum asase. Na ye ba. Ni ye fifi. That is Africans. Omo ye ntro. So omo person omo ku omo yi bi na omo adobi. Adenti how? So in Genesis chapter 6 verse 9 and in Genesis chapter 9 verse 28, the Bible describes a global flood sent by Yahweh to destroy the earth of wickedness. Obesaya assassinated because of wickedness. When to me ahohoro, wan ahohoro bone na nko. Obesaya assassinated nyina. How can you where does assassin? Obey the assassin. When you become a threat, that is when they come after you. Say there Yesu do nipa. Obe wu ye. Ade man nipa ema ye grace. Still nigga we see obabaka obe judge nipa. Nti owo ni na wa we si na. Oh, debi. According to the Bible, Yahweh is disgusted by the sins of humans as they were being helped by demigods to advance in civilization, which is being seen as a threat by Yahweh. The people of Babel decided to build that Tower of Babel not to go and see Satan, but to go and meet up with God. And God created confusion among them and changed their language. What kind of God is this? Yahweh. Yahweh feel threatened by Maame Grace. That's why I said, don't come and fight his battle for him. Send him to me. Tell Yahweh, I said, I am someone send him before me. Don't come and fight for him. Yahweh, he is a trickster. Or ye trickster, Yahweh, ye trickster. Me na make a churo. Me say, call him for me. I know they get that nigga. Me get no. Noah came into the picture because, according to the Bible, God deemed Noah a righteous human being among the rest. Onwe ko down. Onwe ko down. Nipa pine. Ona moko nipa wampe. And you were a wicked man. For one man to please you. I have plenty enemies, but I have more plentier loved ones. And they cancel all the hate. I'm telling you. I have people whose vibration and frequency can cancel 1 million haters. It can even kill them. And then I will Yahweh. Me nipa mpo. Na wo Yahweh. Nipa wan. Oh, Debbie. Adie we di entoso. You analyze all the people Yahweh claim he loves. Ube so boa. Oku omu nyina na enku na eka. No say onu no save ye. The same thing no ye. Se see in ode yam. Mo ye adwuma na mo boka na ode ahye devil. Adwuma na ye oso yo no. Ade na wote sa. Yahweh. Wokebo fe na kan game edon. Isa no pa na kan life Papa de ye wo. Boni de nye wo. How? What's your time with Maame Grace with the prettiest preacher? I am Kasongo, babe. I am Saint Sika. One and only. African visionary. I love my continent. I'm pure African woman. True bloodline. Say, let me know. A day for my people. Aye, the only one here can. Your brother no so near can. Me say call Yahweh for me. They say me be no question. But the main question we should ask is, why would someone want to destroy the whole world and at the same time save just one person? How? Say ni panonti we ati ni movie. Oku obi ya nti obi yes smart no saving ho pe na wakwaji glory na ma no. You are destroying the whole world and save one person. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to you? It doesn't make sense. You are destroying and recreating same beings. How? You want to finish one race. Be honest with us. We they ready. Is it not a case of one bad meat spoiling the whole soup? Yahweh say, Yahweh kakashi, wonu efite, nu ewa yane ya chishueshi. No, ekpe lo eye wonu emi. Oh, Dabi, nkeboye. How do you want to save a piece of the soup, yet at the same time want to destroy the whole soup? Amalelo. Are we sure Yahweh actually planned to destroy everything and was surprised that for some strange reason, some of the people and the world were saved? That man was shocked. Nimdiena DIABOLOS nidigu yemune bimu dia ye shapa. Me say Yahweh no nim say some of us will be born. Kobeku ye nyina. Now yes, our plan yensu binum ye ba no ye yi na ba ku pie first ne ye de testing ground no. Ye de ye nan ba ko ne ba ya na ye de abodwu pie ya se ye de ya pampa mu pie. Ye swerve no. We have more people there. These Greek writers maybe omoto kakra bi a chero facha me. Ne wa hu say ye adwen say ye beba from ne yesua de a ye beboa ye ho. Yahweh, is he sure he wants to save somebody? Wouldn't Crawford Yakudu say Moses in Maunkuomo, now be raising a nation after Moses Nankasakoraso? Realizing that his plan didn't wipe out everything, decided to say, oh, I saved Noah and a few animals. We will look into Noah's bloodline and see, say, Yahweh saving Efanahuana. Adi, this Yahweh nigga. Bible power. Asemo. Meanwhile, this same Noah was seen as a drunk and lazy man. So Yahweh, all-knowing God who know the future. When who say Moses, I got no way I say or son ni or your righteous or your convincing or your lazy man. Now Okodru or Bema sin and resurface quickly. Yahweh didn't see this. I should not ask this question. Any question ye? Omiakafu. Insumobucho. I love you, Washi. Ene omiakafu. Isanima nushishi. It doesn't make sense to me at all. One person you claim you love and spared no crowd. You, God, you didn't know he was a drunkard. Oh, ebe. Ha, Yahweh, sometimes you can disappoint. It's more like an. You didn't see Noah. So, obenu munsa. Obekwa ko do grapes in so a wo hye money asenti na ku nipa bebrebe. One ma grapes in so anhye. Think deep about this when you are reading all these things in the Bible. Then you will come to realization that there are things right in front of your nose, but you are just not conscious of it. That's why I'm preaching consciousness to you. I have nothing I'm selling to you. I have nothing I'm preaching to you but than yourself. Me say be conscious of yourself. All knowing God, all powerful God, onim future, onim ochina. Niyama okeka esisi nyina we. Haba. Sodom and Gomorrah asemi okohye omu nyina nti nyina na onim. Ha. Nega we dey wan try. Na me onim future, onim dachi. Well, we say akoya we. So, in understanding this better, we go into the mythology of the Greek chief god, Zeus. Remember I said the Greek story, even though it is similar to that of Christianity, came some hundreds of years before the start of Christianity. Mama, what you say? they look similar. The similarities, you can write it there yourself. But it's been there 500,000 years before Christianity. Yahweh is just Mr. Copy and Paste. Father of all copy and paste gangs. Copy and paste for Papa. And Yahweh. So, if anything, the Bible is the one that could have been inspired by Greek mythology. Omukofa wo nti yentumi nka say Greek mythology be fa our Bible because it's been there before. Nti oho na omo so copy fie. So what happened and who saved Noah for humanity to continue? Say asem we wo dada. Ansana Noah asem na ene na hwan na ko save Noah because looking at the bloodline no make sure we say wait for me. Yahweh cannot save Noah. Because Yahweh so wako save Noah there. Ene na te say wako save Prometheus. Because Noah is the bloodline or generation of Prometheus. Go and say, this is normally not in books but this is it. I will do bloodlines. I will do bloodlines. 18. So what happened and who saved Noah for humanity to continue? Who? How? There's no way Yahweh will do that. On yet that because on the bloodlines or ya ampaso or ya onyame onim bibia dia. Noah bloodline no matter who man. Because say Yahweh nimdia or see o save Noah. Either obwa. And now to say Yahweh do Yahweh. I'm telling you, Yahweh he do Yahweh. Yahweh he do Yahweh because o save Noah padia. And the other will lose. In Greek mythology, Zeus, the king of the gods, was angry and planned on destroying mankind with great flood. The same ensuona. This was done as a punishment for what the gods see as the wickedness of humanity. Particularly in the age of civilization, they wipe out everything. Just like us stopping Crawford civilization. Tower of Babel was just a civilization. And now obey bitter or feeling threatened about Crawford progress. Not the confusion by a hustle or beseho. Humans were accused of not respecting the gods. How? Uye nyamena mi yenipa. Ade na mi mbu. Tina mi hiya ya we na me na kase. And to this day, we have accepted that gods can destroy us if we don't respect them. Emma o bibini dream say Yesu ba asase be say neje be hye na asase be bobo se nsuo ene mpa. Ye twen sa distraction no esu ni mfaso no say embra yeso ne ye bo hompompai. But let's ask, what do the gods see as disrespect? Say me say ma disrespect Yesu a. E de na me ya ma Yesu aka say ma disrespect no. Pamucho ana ala ana Yahweh me friend nega. E de na me ama Yahweh aka say ma disrespect no. Sometimes I dey feel say Yahweh no dey see future. And some of us, he go kill us. We no go feel grow. Because it's choice of people too. They weird. You chose Moses. Nega pash. You chose Noah. He pash. You chose David. Pash. You chose Solomon. Pash. What kind of choices are these? I'm just asking a question. How do we disrespect you as a God? Ooh, yenyame. You refuse to form a body to come and experience physicality. You want to steal people's body, gallivanting around, and forcing people to donate the intermediary that makes them full be so you can bully them and turn them into sheep. I didn't know about that. Waiting be this. Me, I no agree. I no agree for you. Is it not a case of any time humans advance in civilization and growth, then the supposed gods accuse them of disrespect? They don't want us to be enlightened and awakened. In the Garden of Eden, what did they do? They ate the fruit of knowledge and they were sacked. So Zeus initially considered using lightning to destroy the world, but later on decided to use a flood to destroy everything. Mind you, by this time, the only God who can challenge Zeus and stop him from killing everybody is Prometheus. Inti ene na enye kura. Maame Grace aka bibia wo platform no so. Inti no biti say the ombeka bia wunim dada. Inti ni they force you not to watch because omo de kwa obehu source no. Wo force so say wo be hwe then they try to poison you. Who has been arrested and jailed for eternity? Who savior? Ene ye ka kire say nkobiom ya kekere no ya bande ne ya ka kire so ye bronsam. Inti say wo sunsun po hwehwe na ekohu Prometheus you will run away because one liar abolishing the way you want to see. And na wo twa ntro kire no ntro no so mo twa with confidence omo wa hoden. I have been shocked till now how people can lie. Na wo se wo twa ntro mpo anka wo nipa nanim a na ntro na akofom. Wo hu sa de no. Hey, nipa ho ahu o. Na nyame a o twa ntro. Ya wede o ye dangerous. But just like the Bible, the Greek writers attributed the survival of men to righteous man named Deucalion and his wife Piha. Just like Noah and his family in the Bible. So omo so omo ho no omo kofa obi ne yiri o. Ena we so okofa obi ne yiri, but the bloodline of Deucalion no eno na e shock me no. Say Zeus ebekwa kofa Deucalion. A bloodline of his enemy. It doesn't make sense. The same way, Ena, Noah, so Yahweh, so akotam no, and in the family. They were also warned about flood and told to build an ark, just like Noah. The same Zeus, any Prometheus, omo issue no, Zeus so de flood eba no. Ono aso kopeke, Deucalion, any ne yere Piha. What you say? The same way na Yahweh and so. Akofa Noah, any in the family. Deucalion, any Noah, omo ye bloodline of Prometheus. In a simply put, no, or per se, on she or mwase, into your share na ba kwaka, or kapa no waje glory, no say yemi, na still offer a new plan. Read deeper, delve deeper into these things. They were also warned about the flood, the same thing, and told to build an ark, just like Noah, just the same way. Copy and paste, no. Just like Africans copied and pasted independence. Who independence? Why the borders? We create bridges between our neighbors so they can visit us. We don't create borders. We will talk about all these things when we are doing the bloodline. And those two energies. My lawyer for Maame and Sana. Deucalion and his wife Piha in the Greek mythology of the flood survived the flood in the ark, almost survived, which eventually landed on a mountain. There be a mountain. It is a woman dia, Madika catcher be dia bessay as a sebe bosempa or sruben and nisenku, you will survive. There be any panibika, ubeka, and now ubeko. So when ya kapa Yahweh or Baba join you. So work on yourself. But certain hidden cults that follow these Greek traditions believe that Deucalion is the son of Prometheus. Somebody can come bloodline natural. And was working in the footprint of his father. Blood is thicker than water. Bible ankasa can say be or say the blood of Abel that speaketh more than the Abel. Blood is thicker. Me say bloodlines, we will do it. Now you will understand so many things. And you will understand why every religion has blood in it. Because as a blood covenant. Now unko join it, why is it like that? Why is Jesus doing blood covenant with people in the church? Bloodline, it matters the most. So omo so akwadari nyami omo akwadale wo nurses ni mu no na omo akire wo no makire bloodline of Deucalion any Noah. E de be na Yahweh say oni Noah wo ya onu okọ save Noah. Therefore, on his own rebellion and adversity against the chief god Zeus, decided to save humans. Into Deucalion no Yahweh Zeus is onu no save you no. It's a lie. Not knowledge ni bi wonu because of the bloodline no. He decided to fight. Share yesi ufie petedi unama na se okuru petedi unama ebika. Eye mojenti no mokasa. Se wo mpe wo ni asemu po na de ye na. Woka eji yansa waka otwea. Nti na mentie bibufu ase da refiller containers ne doso. Omo ayese omo ye yen, omo nye yenya. Se wo ye yen pa, you will never hate me. Onye yen. You were a container. Pandora banel. Me na me come chiro. Deucalion was not a righteous man in the eyes of the gods, but rather a diabolos. O follow the bloodline, no jina the bloodline ni mu. I keep saying Africa will be great again. You won't understand unless you have that blood running through you. Africans love me. Children of Pandora hate me. Go and check your bloodline, not your blood group. Oh. Don't get confused. He was a rebel against the plan of the gods to wipe out all humanity and destroy everything. Na mojane dia furusani wodumuno. Ayese mi diosion to me ma ontena o African and say people are waking up. I am telling you, I am working. How do I know? The evidences are clear. Into the bloodline no. Moja ekasa. Ekasa pa. Kwame Nkrumah said something. Or say Nkrumah never dies. He was not talking about his mechanism. He was talking about his spirit. Because you and I know spirits don't die. Me say sankrofo we no munim say some of us ye nwo ye mpo. Ti na me ka say sa abortions bebrebe na omo abaye ye nukuromu ade kuromu ampanimfo no mo nsore. Cause nkrofo we omo ye spirituality na kwa chire ti omo nim ancestors ni bi e san ba omo be fight omo nim omo be hu no omo tumi akoba ka hu sa mo na mo ye se na omo ni omo agina mpu ni mpu. Nti omo be sisi ni ama mo na omo ama mo kwan se omo nye na omo afa African wood na omo de ye Trojan babies. How can you look at yourself and fight yourself? It doesn't work like that. It's making the whole liberation difficult. But I tell you, with every confidence, whether I'm gone or here, Africa will be great again. You will remember these words one day. Attributing Noah and Deucalion to people who were righteous and found favor in Yahweh and Zeus' eyes is an afterthought of the writers of the manuscript. We say, may your enemies leave a hole. They didn't think deep. They thought, said, nobody will come and decode all these things. No, bomb about out. And never thought some of us will be born. Omo nim say nipa bi baby ya say ya be wo mo. Na de omo feel say omo quenchi bloodline na chi nyina. No omo nim say Trojans will be full on the earth. Oboa. So that the true value of Diabolos gods that defeated the destructive plans of the world will still find its way to be a work of these tyrant deities. Omo ka so mo be wipe bibia off. Na nko mo afeli asase no so with children of Pandora. Nanka bibia yo mo dia obi embe coming against them. Nobody will be preaching enlightenment. People will be filled with fear. Nti no mu ntumi nkasa. They never knew, said the bloodline. Some still remains. Nkrumah never dies indeed. So in light of both Greek mythology and Western Christianity, we are alive not because of some angry, bloodthirsty God who decided to kill us all and destroy our world. Later decided to save us. It's not true, it's a lie. But at the same time, going ahead with his plan to destroy the world. No, I say Vibaku. Allo. Alakpason. Omobwa. It's not true. It doesn't make sense. So Beku will be always save everyone. How? Wa we nyame nipa bebrebe wo wiase wan na wunya na mekrampo me mekrampo amisu chechire nchekurapo misu takra chekura se nya odofo ba akopɛ na mewo. Yahweh was doing if you can't beat them, join them. I want to state again that this editorial was originally written for a bigger visualization. Makacho, one of my biggest moves. But I love you. And so I'm bringing you the basis form of it. And one of the things I have done, I went through a whole lot. It's a bigger project. It can't be covered entirely in a single editorial. So let's continue next week. Maame, like I'm preparing the ground. So when we enter the classroom now, a faster rapture, people will be downloading. People will be running back to 60s, 20s. No more dinia meba. We will do this all by ourselves, and then we will leave the books behind, and then we start pushing liberation. We will start pushing and touching base with the true bloodlines. If we get 20%, things will happen. Do you think that Tuareg, a hybrid, a hybrid will arrest all of us and bring foreigners to come and inherit our properties? A true African man will not do that to his people because blood is thicker. What he is doing there, he can never do that if he's a Trojan baby. Nobody should get me wrong. We say it's an episode I will do. Don't get me wrong. And I have also told you I have grandchildren and son-in-laws in it. Bloodline of Noah. What has they got to do with Yahweh? When Savior, I'm telling you, he wanted to wash all of us, and some of us still survived. We are survivors, so Africans. Oh, Male, what has not happened before? We are still here. Oh, you people, they disturb yourself. What? I didn't mean still, look at what is coming. Is Diabolo diabetic to humans or it's a cancer to the gods? All this enyami omo condemn omo ema ye no mpemu yemre and omo ye cancer omo ye adwunimu ya cancerous e de ma this gods enyame no omo wo problem with them and aye na wo problem with them. Is the interest of humans the same as the interest of the gods? Maybe some ye interest any nyame interest ye enyame no omo interest ye pe. Almost say they don't mingle in the affairs of men. Into what are they doing? Telling me what to do to respect you, to worship you, but not by force. Let's meet next week to delve more into their story. Na fe ubehu niyamani ye, you will get more of this story. Na fe what na se adwin. No be catch us obi ye boronsama wa hwe ni ye. No be catch us obi no oji obi a wa hwe ni ye. Obi sere kire wa na wa hwe ni ye. Me ukachire me say what time ya I am far from you. Do that. Or say bompa e ma wo enemies. What be that? And yet, sa Bible scripture no paper free ho. In fact, who be Bible no hu ati free ho. Ache, me na me kodo. Bye.